everyone, it's Tracy from Temperance Tarot, and I'm going to try to do Ethany's 31 days of 31 days of tarot challenge. Except I'm going to break it up into weekly installments with 7 or so questions each week because that is really all I have time for right now. So we'll go ahead and get started. The question for day 1 was to do a reading with the energy and major lessons for 2017. And I did do a year ahead spread reading. And I also did Katie Flowers' 2017 New Year reading. And I don't want to try and recreate those here, but the card that came up for me as my card for the year, my energy for the year, was the Hanged Man. And that was really based on numerology more than anything else. Taking your birthday and the current year and adding them all up together until you get the number for your major arcana card. And I got the Hanged Man. And I didn't want to confuse things any further by adding additional cards to my year energy. So my energy for 2017 is the Hanged Man. Patience, surrender, seeing things from a different perspective, not pushing things and not pushing the issue. And I think that's going to be some very good advice for me for 2017. Now, for the major lesson, that was the other thing that I needed to pull for 2017. I did pull a card for that. And we have the Four of Cups. And that's the Delos Tarot. Looks to me that my major lesson is to take what's offered to me. As with the Hanged Man being my energy, I'm not being advised to go out and push for things, but I think that what the Four of Cups is trying to tell me is that if it's offered to me, I should probably take it. And you have no idea how that resonates for me right now with my work situation. So those are my readings. I'm going to try to make this just as quick as I possibly can, because I am so far behind on watching other people's videos that I don't want to make everybody else have to wade through a half-an-hour video of mine. So I'm going to try to make these very quick. Okay, next question. Top 5 tarot decks of 2016. And in no particular order, I am going to present the top 5 tarot decks that I acquired in 2016, or my 5 favorites that I got in 2016. And the first of those would be the Hezekos Tarot. I got this summer, maybe the spring. This, I think, is my soul deck. I think it's my go-to deck for everything. So, Hezekos Tarot, number 1. By the way. And then that's not in any particular order, really. My second top 5 tarot deck for 2016 is the Tarot of Transformation. And I was out of town on business and stopped in a little New Age shop and found this deck there, and I have absolutely loved it. This is a me deck. This is a Psychology of Tracy deck. This is the deck I go to when I need a therapist, and I've talked about that before. So, Tarot of Transformation, number 2. The number 3 deck kind of surprised me. I love color. It's the Heart and Hands Tarot. I just love the images on these cards. Really, really love them. And I really connect with the symbols that they use. They seem to be symbols that make sense to a modern person. So love the Heart and Hands Tarot. Number 4 would be the Japarides, however you pronounce it. I love the images in this deck. They really speak to me. I love the brush strokes, and it's just beautiful, beautiful artwork. I love it. And the last top deck for me for 2016, Dreams of Gaia. Absolutely. A deck I thought, I don't particularly like the artwork. I don't want that deck. I don't want that deck. I watched 3 hours of Kelly at the Truth and Story talking about this deck. I don't want that deck. I bought the deck. I fell in love with the deck. So there you go. Those are my top 5 tarots for 2016. Now for oracles, I only have 4 tops. And I have bought a lot of oracle decks this year. a lot of mass market oracle decks, a lot of very popular oracle decks, but I really do only have 4. And the first one, I'm going to show a few of these cards because I don't think we've seen enough of this deck, is the Oracle of Echoes by Anna Terrain. Just love this deck. Pre-ordered it. One of the best, most balanced oracle decks. Love that face. Isn't that a cool face? So, yep. Just really love this deck. Okay. The second, and you will never hear me stop talking about this one, the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle deck. I've got a whole walkthrough on this deck, so I'm not going to show it. But I still love this deck. It's like a smile from a friend on a rainy day. It's just a wonderful deck. The third Oracle deck would be, yes, Ethany's Awakened Soul Oracle deck. And we've seen this all over the place, so I'm not going to show it. But I love this deck. I love the artwork. I love the message. I love the book. I love it, love it, love it. And then the last one, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but I think it could be a really good one, is the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck, which we've been hearing a lot about lately. I've been pulling cards from it and reading the book, and I'm not 100% on board with it the way everybody else seems to be. The messages from the people in the deck, the faces in the deck, seem to be a lot about overcoming adversity and overcoming the negative aspects of yourself. And I guess I'm just a very positive oriented person. I really do love the faces, and I may end up just using it based on the faces and the keywords and leave the book behind. Okay, that's questions 1, 2, and 3. Question number 4, top 5 tarot books. I have to admit, I don't have a whole lot of time for reading. I'm lucky to get in a card reading every evening. But I have 3 books that I have primarily used this year. The first one is the Tarot Playbook. It's published by Schiffer. It's got a bunch of great exercises that help you get to know a deck that maybe you're not as familiar with or you want to work with more. And it is for tarot. It wouldn't work for an oracle deck. And then the other 2 are books that came with decks. And one of them is the Tarot of Transformation. Naturally goes with the Tarot of Transformation. The Dreams of Gaia book as well, I think, is fabulous. And I've been reading that a lot. And then the last one is the Mythic Tarot, the book that comes with that. I've got both this is the new Mythic Tarot book, and I've got the one from the original Mythic Tarot. And they're basically identical. This one just has slightly bigger words, which made it easier for me to read. And this is a really fabulous, fabulous tarot book. And particularly if you want to learn about the mythology behind the Mythic Tarot, which is really cool. I've been really enjoying that book, and I'm almost getting close to being through with it. Really wish I had more time and more discipline to read. Okay, next question. Question number 5. The card that stalked me in 2016. And this has been recently, relatively. Not early this year, but later this year. The card that's been stalking me is the Magician. And I particularly love this depiction of the Magician from the Heart and Hands Tarot. It shows a magician who is not only perhaps a trickster and a con man, but you see he has cards up his sleeve. And that speaks the world to me about having what you need to do what you want to do. But look, he also has paintbrushes, which indicate creativity, and a palette down here. So he's creative, he's tricky, he's got what he needs to get the job done. And this card has been following me around. I think it's trying to beat me over the head, telling me, you can do it, just do it. The deck that I finally crossed off my wish list, I have 2, and one of them's kind of funny. The first one is Touchstone Tarot by Kat Black, which almost made it into my top 5 for 2016. These cards, I so love these cards. I so love them. And I love the way they feel. And I'd been wanting this one for quite a while and got lucky and found a copy on eBay for not too much money. The other thing that I'd been wanting for a while was the Nile fortune telling cards. This is an old fortune telling deck from, I think they started printing it in the 1800s, but I'm pretty sure that this copy's probably from the 60s. It is, let's see, it is a playing card deck, but it also has these little fortunes around the side. They remind me a little bit of Chinese fortune cookie type fortunes. And it has these, it came with these instructions that show actually how you spread the cards out to get your fortune. It's quite complicated, but it's a whole lot of fun. I don't really take it seriously because I don't really believe that the cards are going to tell me my future. But as sort of a parlor game type thing, it's a lot of fun. And it's in great shape, and it was even gilded at one time, and that's what the backs look like. If anybody's interested, I'll do a video at some point with the layout and see what it actually says and how it works. These, you can find them on eBay pretty easily, but the prices can be drastically different. They can run anywhere from, I think I got mine for about $30 to some people want to charge $100 for that. There's too many of them for that. Okay, and sum up 2016 in a card. And I've pulled it out of the Touchstone Tarot. This 2016 has been a bit of a Wheel of Fortune year for me. There have been ups and downs. I had a nephew that was born in 2016. I had some health issues in 2016. So it's really been a Wheel of Fortune kind of year. A lot of the stuff that sort of occurred this year was a bit beyond my control, which makes it even feel more like a Wheel of Fortune year. So I'm hoping to get off the Wheel of Fortune and get on something a little bit more stable for 2017. So there you go. That's the first 7 prompts from Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. And I hope y'all have a great week, and I will see you again next week.